And we are now live. Welcome, everyone, to the Fantasy Couch Podcast, top 15 fantasy football podcast of all time. My name is Hussein the Brain. I'm here with Mike Matola. What's going on, everybody? For those of you tuned in that are in the playoffs, congratulations. For those of you tuned in that are not in the playoffs, let me know. We're now live. I want to congratulate you for tuning in, and we really appreciate you guys that are not in the playoffs. While you're listening to this, that means you're super cool and appreciate that. But we're still in it, right, Mike?
Oh, I'm all the way in it. Like, I'm deep in it. So, yeah. I'm in 6 playoffs right now.
6 playoffs. Yes, I'm in 3.
Yeah.
It's going to be really tough for me to win the Experts League, so I'm in 3 of 7, and I've advanced to round 2 in 3 of 7, so that's great news. But it's all tough. There's really no easy games. Like, I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, this is gonna be an easy one for me." Like, that's not ever the case. Week 15.
It's never easy. That's like one word of advice. But also, I would say this is one word of advice I have for people who aren't that experienced. Like, you should put yourself in the mindset of both scenarios, like winning and losing, just so you're mentally prepared. Like, if you think like you can't handle a loss, like, start mentally preparing yourself now, because when it happens, you don't want to be just like in shock. It can happen.
I do that. I just wouldn't explain it that exact way. So what you want to do is not be afraid of either one. I know that I can win. I know that I can lose.
Right.
And I just have to know that those are the two outcomes, because what most people do is they think of it like a traumatic event, like a shark bite or something, and just block out the fact of losing and freak out, which I'm about to talk about, freaking out. Don't do that. Just know it's you're gonna lose or you're gonna win, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna start the best players and you're gonna go out that way. Whether you go out with a W, go out with a L. Like, you just have to start the best players. And you told people to start Mark Andrews.
I did.
I told people to bench him, which is a very difficult decision.
It was.
So, it's looking more like it was better to start him, but I knew it was a tough one, and I told people, look, this is a tough question, and hopefully most of them had like Higbee, so like hopefully Higbee can.
What was your reasoning? You tell people your reasoning, and I'll tell people what my reasoning was, and then we'll just see what.
There's plenty of ways this game could have went. I mean, I didn't think that the Ravens would put up 42 points, and I know that they're great, and Mark Andrews was a little bit limited, very minor injury. I just didn't think he would do that great, and so I would have rather went with another option like Higbee. And I told everyone, look, if you got Higbee, you got to go get an emergency tight end like Ian Thomas, because Greg Olson's probably out, or Jonnu Smith, who has a really good opportunity.
Yeah, and also the fact that, so I was thinking like Jamal Adams was out, so that's a big part of the equation. Because he was the one that's really good at covering tight ends, the safety on the Jets, but he was out for the game. So that actually allowed Andrews to like roam freely pretty much. And what I was thinking is like, Mark Andrews been a top 8 tight end all year, for your team most likely. So if he's healthy, you just got to start him, like blindly, I think.
Yeah, that was the right one. I didn't really, Josh Adams being out, that really should have pushed him over to start Mark Andrews. But nonetheless, he got just above 16 fantasy points. It still could go either way.
Solid.
This was a crazy one. So I actually got like 10 of those questions. I couldn't even answer them all, but this was crazy. I got well over 20 questions about starting Lamar Jackson.
Wow.
And so I had to address it on 2 videos, and I've addressed it in the DMs and in comments, and it's just out of control. I was like, and people, the way they frame it basically is like, I'm freaking not. That's no one said that, but they're like, I'm freaking out. Lamar Jackson's questionable, or he's not 100%. Are you worried about? I'm like, I don't care about any of this. Nothing you're saying. I don't care about anything you're saying. All that matters is start Lamar Jackson. That's it.
Yes.
If he gets you 0 points, then that's it. You live by it. You that's what we go back to saying. You got to prepare for both scenarios and just live with it. Like, Imagine if you bench Lamar Jackson. Now your friend who's
yes.
probably listening to this podcast, I don't know who he is, but
He
that
will
was
not be
the
named.
dumbest.
You know who you are.
That was the dumbest move I've ever heard in all of fantasy.
For Mahomes, though, to be fair, it was for Patrick Mahomes,
that's why it's dumb to me.
It was against the Patriots defense.
Yeah,
last week. So that's just the context.
So what your friend did was benched.
So he lost by 7. And the difference between Mahomes and Jackson was 10. So if he started Lamar, he would have won by 3. That was the difference between winning and losing in this specific scenario. But it was crazy because we told him, we're like, dude, don't do that. Like, you're crazy for starting.
It's dumb. It's dumb. It's a dumb move. And so last week, less people were freaking out, and I got a few questions like that. But this week, if you did that, guys, take that L and take it with a lot of shame, because you didn't do what we told you to do. You had to start Lamar Jackson. And come on, this guy just
come on.
What did he get? Like roughly 40 fantasy points today. Jeez.
What does he have to do to earn your
like what? Like, are you kidding me?
He's the MVP of the league. You can't even start him. Like, how do you not start the MVP of the league?
Like, he's not even. There's no more race anymore. There's no more number 2, like Russell Wilson is like a scrub, and he's the second runner-up for MVP.
Exactly.
Or maybe Deshaun Watson, but he's had a few bad games.
Russell was my runner-up for sure. But yeah, Lamar's definitely.
Watson's catching up to him, but I mean, and then you have C-Mac, who's right up next to those guys too.
I just don't think it's always going to be a quarterback.
Yeah, but this is our opinion, though.
I mean, right.
And we can.
C-Mac's the fantasy MVP. Could be,
but I still think he's in the discussion. Let's just say he's number 5,
sure,
for voting, which means
5.
he's never gonna make it. But
but
still, I mean, he's up there. Not much separating him, but there's so much separating Lamar Jackson from all those guys. And if you're gonna lose starting him, you'd be like, fine. But if you lose the other way, I'll never get over a loss like that.
That's a deep cut.
Oh, I didn't. What happened? I thought you were going to. Oh, I benched Lamar Jackson. Why? Now you have to answer that for a whole year. Why? Because I got scared, and then I DM'd Fantasy Couch, and I said I was worried, and then he told me to start Lamar Jackson, but then I expressed my emotions, and then my emotions got. So don't start players based on your emotions.
That's hilarious.
Like, it's just so crazy. Just the comments and DMs I've been getting about Lamar Jackson has never happened before. Everyone is freaking out. But yeah, don't overthink stuff, guys. Just start.
That's the lesson, if anything. Don't overthink it. Yeah. It's not rocket science, guys. Go with your intuition. A lot of fantasy football, in my experience, is like your gut intuition. Only you know your teams and players, as well as anyone else. Like, you should know it better than anybody. So don't listen to us for everything. Sometimes you got to go with your gut. We can help sway you.
Don't bench Lamar Jackson.
Don't be stupid. Don't bench Lamar Jackson. If anything you learn from this show, do not bench Lamar Jackson now or ever.
What's dumber? What's dumber than benching Lamar Jackson?
There's
nothing. I can't think of anything off the top
There's
of
nothing. Benching Dalvin Cook? I don't know. Benching C-Mac?
No, benching Lamar Jackson. Yeah, there you go. Benching C-Mac. But that's like no one's even
thinking about that.
I got 20 questions that I can't even get to all the questions, so there's probably another 20.
Has anyone ever asked you this year, like, hey, should I bench?
No one's ever. No one's ever.
Not one.
Not one. No. It's been included. Like, these are my 5 running backs, and so like, I'm sure they expected. Right. They didn't expect me. Look, bench C-Mac. Yeah, there's nothing dumber than.
So don't do that. That's equivalent.
Remember, for those of you that know Johnny Chan, famous poker player. Remember, we were kind of indirectly part of that Johnny Chan commercial where he went I'm all in, and he pushed all his chips. How all are in? Are you all chips? Like 100% of your chips in Raheem Mostert? Are you all in?
Oh, I'm all in, and even my cars, and like I got like. Yeah, just all my.
So you're like Johnny Chan.
All my memorabilia. Yeah,
you're pushing it in. You're taking off your pants, your belt. You're putting it in.
I look like a poker player right now, and I'm not a poker player right now. And I'm going all in with all I got to Mostert this week.
So you're sitting there with just your boxers, with just your
Yeah.
underwear, no shirt, no pants, no
shirt,
belt, no
nothing.
watch, nothing.
Passport, nothing.
Your glasses, your hat, passport. So Mike is all in and beyond. Yeah. Raheem Mostert.
I've seen enough to know that he is going to explode on the scene this week. He's the now unquestioned starter after that amazing performance against the Saints. So I don't know. What do you think? I think he's definitely the lead back in the Niners backfield.
What was it, John Malkovich? I can spill the pot as I please in my own however I want. So I was splashing the pot. I was going all in. But then once Kyle Shanahan, which I'm not going to lie, basically means nothing, but it meant enough to me. When Kyle Shanahan was like, Raheem Mostert earned it. That's what he said today. He's the starter. Big. Now I'm all into. I'm sitting there in my draws, pushing my chips and everything. I believe I told people to bench Le'Veon Bell and start Raheem Mostert.
Ooh, that's a great sign. I already know he's going to do good now.
I'm all in because you have the toughest, the runner that wants it the most in the entire league is Raheem the Mostert. The Raheem that wants it the Mostert.
Some would say the most.
You got the Kyle Shanahan. You got a great team, and then you have the game script and matchup. It's too much. The NFL line is there. The matchup is there. The team is there. Yeah, it's just.
No weather conditions.
That doesn't mean much. That probably hurts if anything. But
but there's no like snow or like water. You know, it's cool. Good running conditions. I think it would be good for running back.
Yeah, I mean everything's easier, but then in those conditions they pass more. But it's not. I guess not really.
That's true.
Deal.
I can see that.
Yeah. So
who's he gonna pass to? Gage, Hooper.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the Niners passing.
Oh yeah.
The Falcons will pass. The Falcons will try to pass. I
don't know why.
So this is what we're both thinking though. This Niners. So let me bring it up here. Niners, Falcons. Is it -11? Yeah, it's about -11.
Wow.
We're thinking the Falcons are gonna like give up at the end, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're gonna get their will be broken by halftime. That's my.
It's gonna be. Because they're gonna get beat up. Like the Falcons have some good pieces, but they're kind of soft. They don't have a good O-line. Their defense has been known to fail most games.
Freeman's kind of injured a little bit, or he's been questionable this week.
Julio may not be 100%. So
Ridley's out for the season.
This is a Raheem Mostert game, and for this to really come true, we're gonna need some big runs. But that's all I can imagine from Raheem Mostert is big runs, breaking off these big runs. And
people will know who he is.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. So me and Mike are all in on Raheem Mostert. So we will do a fantasy Q&A. Ray Russell is here. He says, Jackson posted me 37 plus fantasy points. Are you one of the people that asked whether to start Lamar? If you're one of the people that asked me if you should start Lamar Jackson, admit it and post it in the live chat so people believe me.
Give us some credit.
We will get to your questions. Just want to shout out our sponsor really quick, Monkey Knife Fight. I lost Monkey Knife Fight tonight. I needed Sam Darnold to throw 3 more pass yards.
That's it?
That's all. Yeah, I had some I felt very, very good on my pick. So I hit the over on Lamar Jackson, and nice. I needed Sam Darnold to throw 3 more pass yards. And he almost got it in garbage time, but he did not. And then the Ravens just ran the clock out. But while I'm playing every day on Monkey Knife Fight, and I think you guys should too. If you play 20 days, you'll get $100 of free play. Look, I'm just gonna tell them like straight up, this is a stupid promotion on their part, but they don't care. They just want more players. So they're down to do. They know what they're smart. Like, so they're making a stupid promotion where we win. And so I'm telling you guys to take advantage of it. How do you cheat this? Just play $2 a day. That's all you got to do. Play $2 per day. That's $40. Hopefully you played today because you need to play today to get the 20 days in if you count today. So play for 20 days, $2 a day. You'll get $100 free play. If you sign up with promo code COUCH, you'll also get 100% deposit match up to $50. So you're getting the $50 deposit match. You're getting $100 free play. You're cheating the system. It's a no-brainer. You got to take advantage of these special promotions and giveaways, guys. So it's stupid, easy, simple daily fantasy prop game. So head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Follow the link below in the description. Use promo code COUCH. You can go to new games, play games. They have basketball, football. You can play super simple games like over, under, rapid fire, touchdown dance. I like that. I've been doing a lot of over, under. Just enter for $2. Super easy. And good luck there. Should we do a Q&A or you got something to talk about?
I mean, what do you mean? No.
Nothing Q&A.
Nothing on the top of my head.
So guys, if you don't have any questions or whether you do, so ask your questions. Me and Mike are going to answer your fantasy football questions for week 15 right now. But also, let me know what's your favorite platform. Do you guys like ESPN, Sleeper, Yahoo, CBS, MFL? Which one did I miss?
I like Yahoo.
Also, let me know if this is your first time ever in fantasy sports playoff scenario. Whoa. Let us know. That's why I made that Baby Yoda meme. When it's your first time in the playoffs. That's how it's
different kind of air out here. Smells different.
Yeah, it's I'm guessing that's the more stressful scenario for people if it's their first time, right? Because I think a lot of people asking me these like Lamar Jackson questions, it is their first time.
Yeah, I feel like Mayweather. Like I've been here around the block, like
And also when we started playing fantasy, it wasn't that hyped. So it just seemed like we were going through the motions. I mean, we were into it, but it wasn't like, now it feels like the whole world is watching you, like everyone's going to make fun of you or you have to win. You got to get it. Before it was just like a card game, like something simple like, we wanted to win. Okay, now what's next with life? Like right now, this is the whole, like this is everything. This is life right now is the fantasy playoffs. And that's how a lot of people I think are feeling.
That's how I feel. I'm very fortunate right now to really be in this many playoffs, and hopefully I can bring it home. But, like, even if you don't, just remember, like, your season was a success. No, not a lot of people can get this far. So if you're even this far and you're still engaged and listening, like, give yourself a pat on the back because, you did a good job this year.
You did good, but I'm going to give you an F if you don't win. That's all I have.
Yeah.
You win the championship, you either get an A or an F.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, if you're a new player, like, don't get discouraged.
Don't ever get discouraged. But I'm gonna say, even if you came in last place and you're a new player, don't get discouraged. Don't mean you're gonna come in last place next year. Look at them Niners. Look at the 49ers, second overall pick.
Wow,
might go to the Super Bowl now. I mean, that's the exact same scenario.
Exactly.
Andrew says, I've been here around the block playing fantasy before you kids were even born. And it sounds like a liar to me. Either you're a liar or a boomer. It can't be good.
Okay, boomer. I've always wanted to say that.
Me and Mike were playing before the smartphones were invented. That's why it's like just a different era. With the smartphones now, everyone's posting their lineups and doing that. And, I mean, Fantasy Couch was one of the first social media fantasy analysts ever. Like, it was just a different age. Now it feels like everyone's looking. It's hyped, and that's good for business. People taking it serious.
Ooh, I gotta go in. We were playing since FanDuel was called the FanDuel.
So stupid. But
get it, like the Facebook?
when we were playing though, literally the person who founded FanDuel literally called us on the phone, and it was just a running joke. We didn't know they would like be anything.
We were laughing. We're like, haha,
like, who Leslie,
would play against one other person?
Leslie.
Like me versus you, that's so stupid.
Leslie literally called us. Leslie, the co-founder. Yeah, that was.
I know.
She was like, "Hey,
Leslie."
He's like, "Hey, we found this new way to play fantasy." Like, all right.
Golden
Tate versus the Dolphins or Marlon Mack versus the Saints? Who should I flex?
Marlon Mack.
Yeah,
I like Marlon Mack.
Marlon Mack.
Just because the Colts run the ball so much, he's gonna get a lot of carries and touches, and he's healthy supposedly. So, if he's healthy, you gotta go Marlon Mack.
Just go with Mack.
Yeah,
He'll get some touches.
he'll get more than some.
What is your number one advice for the fantasy playoffs? Listen to the last episode, which you already did. So, that's the one is definitely don't overthink stuff. That's the number one.
Yeah, don't overthink.
What we've been
get
preaching
cute.
the last 2 episodes, and then when I got all these crazy questions, is when I really knew that was the number one piece of advice, because so many people were overthinking it. You know,
Don't bench Lamar Jackson as well.
Yeah.
That's another one.
That's basically the same advice. Don't make the dumbest mistake. Royal asks, Cortland Sutton or Raheem Mostert?
Raheem Mostert.
I'm going with Mostert.
Are
Mostert.
you guys even listening? Come on.
No, I like the question
come on,
though. It's
guys.
okay. These are good. This is good though.
Okay,
I'd be
okay.
very, very happy if the next 20 questions were all about the mustard. That would be very happy. There we go. They're coming in, folks.
Okay.
Raheem Mostert or Singletary? Asked Roger. I'm going with Mostert. Are you agreeing?
Right. I think I'm gonna go Raheem on this one. I don't know.
Raheem Mostert?
That one was closer this time.
This is a close
I'm
one.
gonna
Yeah.
go with Mostert. I think Mostert will get 30 points. That's
God.
That's what I'll say. I'll put that out.
I did say that there's a possibility he could be RB1. Actually,
There's a
it's going to be Saquon RB1, Mostert RB3, C-Mac. No, Mostert RB2, C-Mac RB3. Then we'll
I
be
hope
like,
you're right. I would pray to God if you're right. Like, I hope.
and
so.
if not, just switch it to non-PPR. So then we have.
You really think Saquon's gonna be good this week?
Saquon,
I hope you're right. Trust me.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
No, he
Just
has
don't know.
I said his floor is not great, but yeah, I mean, this is it.
This is it.
I mean, if he
If you have
doesn't,
one
I'm
more
out.
chance, take it.
That's pretty much guaranteed. If he doesn't have a great game, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Like,
I'm
I need
so
it.
done.
I need it. I'm not facing any more of these jokers anymore. I'm facing the expert. He's got like 75,000 followers on Instagram. He's no
So we're
joke.
all in on Saquon's quads too.
He's the
this week.
2-time champ in our league. Like, this guy's no joke.
What about? Do you like what he said today, Saquon? He's like, yeah, like I feel good, 100% physically, but mentally, I'm not confident.
No, he's saying he's getting better though every week though.
Yeah, but he's saying like he's not 100% there mentally. That was what I gathered.
Yeah. He was saying also that it was probably unconscious. But when he looks at the film, he can tell that
He's
it
trying to
is.
like not do anything crazy. I can tell that too when I'm watching him. He's very like a defensive runner. Like he doesn't want to put himself in position to get hit like weird, you know,
Well,
like cheap shot hits.
we
which
just
is
got to
smart.
see what's up, man.
Well, this is it, Saquon. Help us get to the
It
final.
doesn't mean he's gonna do it this week. But
Why?
he
This
also
is it
he
for
could.
us.
He could be timid or
I'm
he
just
can-
saying we need it from him this week to get to the final.
I feel it, dude. I feel a 30-point
I
game
hope.
for Saquon.
Wow. I
Yeah,
hope so.
I mean, I hope so too, because I know he can get you 11, and that will just destroy it. So that's his floor. We have AJ Brown or Mostert.
Oh, now you guys.
I'm
are
going
being crazy.
Mostert.
I'm just gonna go Mostert. I'm just gonna keep
Yeah.
it. Can we do anything besides Mostert?
No, this is
A
all
question?
that's all I want. So this
Why?
makes me very happy.
Just throw one curveball out there. one time.
Dude, you think our fans will disappoint? Come on, they're gonna throw
You're
plenty
right.
curveballs.
But that one was close that time. I'll say. For me.
AJ Brown's hot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think AJ Brown could get 24 in that range.
Oh, here we go. I've been getting this Niner
More.
fan. I guess since you're Niner fans, I should have expected that. No. I'm not biased at all. I told Mike to bench Jimmy G on the last podcast. He
Yeah,
didn't
thanks
like it.
for-
Listen to the pod. It's all recorded. That's just, we can't make stuff up. Last episode.
And he told me to bench Emmanuel Sanders for Zach Pascal, by the way.
Oh, that
I
makes me
almost-
look bad. That one. Yeah. But I mean, how are you
still
gonna
won.
know? How'd you know this?
I still won though.
Yeah, the guys I told you to start did great. It's just the other guys did like way better.
That was a bad one though.
Pascal and Tannehill balled out, but then Jimmy G and Sanders did like twice as good. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So
It was yeah.
I told Mike to bench all his Niner players last week.
And I did it.
And it was the wrong decision. Yeah, and he did it. And he didn't like it. He did not.
I hated it.
You can tell on the pod he was like, "Look, I don't like what you're saying." He did not like it. And I thought he would. I thought he was still gonna start Jimmy G, but he started Tannehill. No, dude, we are not biased. George Kittle's the best tight end in football. That's not bias. It's pretty much after he made that play last week. Best TE was trending the phrase on Twitter. Like, it's not just my opinion. I mean, the dude's a beast.
If you don't think that, you're just a hater.
Yeah, you just don't watch football. Or you're like that one guy, was it Gottlieb or something, who's like, look, Kittle, great specimen. Blocker, not so much. We said something.
Well, who's
so
better,
stupid.
like Ertz? Kelsey?
Well, Ertz is soft. Kelsey's
Waller?
amazing, like, receiver. Waller's still raw. I don't.
I'm saying, like, there's really no
Yeah, I
one
mean,
that's
it's
better
not.
than saying it out
Well, if
loud,
you're counting
you know?
blocking, it's I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah,
Like, are
I
you
am counting
serious?
blocking.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at how good the nine. This is why Mostert's gonna get the run because of Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Tannehill or Russell Wilson? I'm going with Wilson.
Oh, that's close. Yeah, okay. I guess Russell, but not by a lot though.
Yeah, let me look at my rankings because I think I got Tannehill right.
Tannehill is gonna have a huge game.
I got
by the way.
Tannehill as QB7. I have him ranked one spot below Dak, and I said it's a tie between him and Dak. And I got Russell
He's
Wilson
on
at
fire
4.
lately,
Yeah, he's got a great
Tannehill.
floor.
and he doesn't make mistakes. That's what I love about. He doesn't make like the Jameis type mistakes.
I don't have the stats in front of me, but I assume he gets a little bit of rushing yards too. Maybe get you like
Oh
30,
yeah, no, he's a great
30 rush
rusher.
yards per game or something
Sure,
like that.
or more maybe.
Yeah, he'll get you those few points rushing, which is a good, makes his floor even better.
On Hack My Lineup, you saw that I have him on 2 teams.
You had him on
playoff
every
teams.
team, yeah.
Yeah,
Starting, yeah.
starting on 2 out of 3.
Royal, Benito, what's up, man? Steelers or Niners D? Now I have it ranked super close. I have Steelers at number 3, Niners at 4. So I'm going Steelers D, but it's pretty close to being tied. Mike, what do you think?
I'll go Niners D.
This is why I want Steelers. This is why I'm thinking Steelers. I think Falcons will do some. They're a really good garbage time team.
I think, but we're just gonna destroy.
Oh, they're
them.
gonna get destroyed.
Like they don't have anybody. They don't.
Matt
have
Schaub.
any
Matt
weapons.
Schaub 1 touchdown. You heard it here, folks.
I believe that.
That's why I'm scared. Like garbage time. Matt Schaub throws a touchdown. It also could be bad garbage time for the Falcons. There's gonna be garbage time though. I know that. So we'll see. It's very close, and that's how highly I think of the Niners D this week. I have them in the top 4. And Steven, Drake, Montgomery, Singletary, pick 2. I'm benching Drake.
Benching. Wait, you're benching Drake. Who was the second one?
David Montgomery.
Oh, I'm benching Montgomery.
Okay, so
I'm not a Montgomery.
so
fan.
definitely start Singletary, Steven, and then
Yeah.
with your other one, you're gonna have to do some soul searching. Peter asks, Mitch or Jameis?
I heard Jameis can't even grip a regular size football. He's like practicing with tennis balls.
I don't
Is
know.
that
I don't think that. I think that he's not practicing with the football. I think he can grip it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But no, I heard that he can't, and that he's been practicing with the tennis balls, throwing tennis balls in practice.
It sounds like it's been fabricated.
I've heard it from multiple sources.
Jameis Winston Thumb was throwing a tennis ball during the part of practice open to the media. Winston is struggling to grip a football at the moment.
Told you.
He labeled himself day-to-day and is reportedly expected to play through the pain, but the reports from practice, no, I have Chris Godwin help me.
I know.
Wait.
I haven't too.
Actually, I'm not in the playoffs anymore in those leagues.
Oh yeah, never mind. I am in the playoffs though, so I really this.
Now it's looking a little better. I know a lot of people were going crazy when I said I'm starting Kyler and benching Jameis in the Experts League.
wow. It's ballsy. But yeah, I mean now.
Yeah. What are you talking? Yeah. No Mike Evans, no right thumb. Like, what's going on? What's
It's
gonna
not like he needed it to throw picks before, so.
Oh, he
Still
did
good,
need
I
it to
think.
throw. That was his. That he needed that to throw picks.
So his hands gonna like now that his hands hurt, he's gonna throw even
He's gonna
more
be like
picks.
Derek
Like,
Carr
down.
in 2000.
What if it made him better somehow?
That's a oh my mic almost fell. That's a like a superhero backstory. Jameis Winston gets bit by a spider, signs new contract extension. Like
His hand swells up.
he can't that can't throw an interception.
His hand becomes a crab claw.
See, we all used to pee here, right here. We take turns peeing, and this is where we drank water. And I can't throw an interception anymore. My name's Jameis Winston.
That's people need to don't remember that. I don't know.
For those of you too young to remember Hard Knocks in 2016,
Hard Knocks, yeah,
2017,
Hard
whatever.
When they were when the Bucks were on Hard Knocks like 3 years ago.
Famous Jameis.
They were at his childhood home.
Oh, Noel, you have to tell us what quarterbacks you drafted. Noel's asking Josh Allen or Mayfield.
Ugh. I bet you drafted Baker and never dropped him. Well, I would say Baker against the Cardinals.
I have Baker ranked way higher.
Yeah. Josh Allen has a tough matchup, right? I believe.
Yeah. Oh, that's a low-scoring game against the Steelers.
Yeah, that's not ideal. So, Baker.
Do you guys think Kamara will bounce back this week?
No, I'm just kidding. Who are they playing? They're playing the Colts. Yeah, I don't see.
Wow.
I think he can't get worse.
I rank Kamara number 10. That's pretty low.
That is low for him.
And Mostert number 12.
Oh, I think he's gonna do better than Kamara. Mostert.
Yeah. It's just I can't rank him. I can't be that bold, but
yeah, that's too bold. That's fine.
I mean,
well, we know.
I don't look. This is if it's PPR, you're starting Kamara.
Yeah.
If it's non PPR, you're probably still starting Kamara. But I give you permission to be scared. No, the question was just, do you know something about Kamara? Like, do you think Kamara's gonna bounce back? Was the question.
Against the Colts, yes. Sure.
Against the Colts, I don't know.
You got to start. It's like, are you not starting him in the playoffs? No, you're starting.
I think they just want emotional support.
There's no scenario where you don't start Alvin Kamara in the playoffs.
The couch fam just wants emotional support.
Okay, like just like I realize a big part of our job is like just reassuring what they already want to do. So they already want to do this, but then they just want us to give them like the.
And we'll still be here if you guys need to lash out. Like when I told people to bench Mark Andrews. I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm going to read that YouTube comment. You're good.
If anyone's out there who wrote, should I start him or Higbee, let it be known what I told you.
I have Kittle, but I traded Aaron Jones for him. That was probably not a good move. But Aaron Jones is statistically the most inconsistent boomer bust running back in all of fantasy.
That's true.
So he can really screw you up when he has that bad game. Apparently,
I don't like that though. I'd rather have like consistency than someone who's like really.
Yeah. So we're just talking straight, like no emotions, right? No favoritism, no bias, no nothing. Just speaking statistically in a season-long league or head-to-head, because that's what season-long league is in DFS. It's head-to-head. You want consistent players. That's how you win. But in DFS, when you're doing the tournaments, the GPPs, which I love to play, you actually want inconsistent players. Like Aaron Jones. That way you win big, you lose big. And Aaron Jones was the guy to have in your lineups last week. But then, the week before that, he probably lost you the game. And you have to start him. So, yeah, that's why I like guys like Edelman so much. And I didn't know James White would be this consistent, but drafting him on my team wasn't that good. That's in the Experts League. But a guy like James White is that glue, man, that makes my team so consistent and gave me 11, 12 fantasy points every single game and edged out my opponent because I had a guy like James White. It's insanely consistent. Royal says, I think Kelsey is the best tight end. But Kittle is insane.
I mean, you could argue that. It's definitely arguable.
Yeah, Kelsey's a beast. Just Cole just needed emotional support. I have Aaron Jones, Eckler, Mostert, and Kamara. Which one do I bench? Ooh, that's
The
a
first
toughie.
one, I think. Who was the first one?
Wait, okay, so this is a tough one. So
Okay.
he's got 4. He just needs to bench 1. Aaron Jones,
Oh,
Austin Eckler,
don't bench him.
Mostert, and
Don't bench
Kamara.
him.
I know my
Ooh.
answer. Let's see which. I always answered first. So
I would bench the first guy.
Aaron Jones. What is the first?
Aaron Jones.
you
Yeah.
saying, you really would bench Aaron Jones
I don't know.
going against the
Wait, it's
Bears?
either him or the last guy. Who was the last
Okay,
guy?
I'm benching Austin Eckler
Why? Just
against
'cause
the
he's playing
Vikings.
Minnesota?
It's not. I mean, he's limited touches. Yeah, Vikings have
I
great
know.
rush.
But how can you? Are you gonna bench Austin Eckler after he put up 32 last game? That's crazy. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's
No
last
way.
game though. That's fine. He
I'm
took
just
a screen
saying, like,
pass to
if
the
he
house.
does that for you, like, that's crazy. Like, I just couldn't bench someone who had over 30 points the week before. Like, there's no way.
I'm definitely benching Eckler. Dak Prescott or Jacoby Brissett. It's easy, man. You got to start Dak. Pick 2. Higbee, Cooper, and Sterling Shepard.
Wait, what? What's this question?
So I'd probably flex in a tight end. So man, we're just gonna have to wait on this one because
Don't flex a tight end.
I'm starting Sterling Shepard and then just wait and see if Everett is playing. Because if Everett's out, then
He's not playing.
then you're gonna start
But-
Higbee and Sterling Shepard for sure.
Not Amari Cooper.
It's not in the question.
I thought you said
Hooper. Austin Hooper.
Oh, Hooper. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I agree with that then. Yeah. I thought you said Amari Cooper.
Okay, so we just got like a same exact question from someone else. So we just talked about that. If Everett's out, definitely start Higbee.
He's very likely out.
Roger says you can't bench Aaron Jones. Tell that to Mike. Devontae Adams versus Chicago or Kenny Golladay versus the Bucks.
Wait, who was the first one?
Adams or Golladay?
Bench one or start, like, which one?
That's the same exact question.
So Golladay,
Doesn't matter.
I would start Golladay.
Yeah, I have Golladay ranked 2 spots ahead of Adams on my rankings on fantasycouch.com.
Ooh.
Everyone here is saying Adams. Well, what do you guys know? You guys don't know. You guys don't know the algorithms. What do you guys know? What else is there to talk about? We're all in on Mostert.
We're all in on Mostert. What else?
Top.
About?
This is my top tight ends. It goes number 1 Kelsey, then Kittle, Ertz, Waller, Henry, then Doyle, then Hooper.
We should talk about tight ends that people could stream that are good options.
Jonnu Smith is severely slept on and available in a lot of leagues, and so you can definitely get him in a high-scoring game. Actually, a great tight end. Ian Thomas, of course. If Greg Olsen is out, Greg Olsen is concussion protocol. He's trending towards not playing, and I just, I don't know, kind of feel like weird saying it, but I said if I was Greg Olsen, I would just not play. Just say I got a hit. I mean, why are you gonna play? You know, you're gonna really risk.
What are you trying to prove out there?
You're gonna risk
Greg?
a head injury. No Rivera, no Cam, no playoffs. Like, what are we doing here, guys? I got a family.
What about Njoku against the Cardinals?
I got Njoku ranked number 8.
What do you think is going to happen there?
He has the highest upside out of any tight end this week, but his floor is low. He was in about half the snaps last week. I do see him getting the snaps this week, and I see him balling out, but I can easily be... I mean, look, if we really saw 2 fantasy points or 4 points out of Njoku, I wouldn't be surprised. But definitely like 16 to 19 fantasy points is also very realistic. That's the right answer, I feel like. I'm going to sit here and say, oh, this guy's going to get, 12 fantasy points, 15. A tight end, there's no way to predict that. Touchdowns, no way to predict. All we can predict...
That's the question. Are you starting him at this juncture of the playoffs?
Depends who you got. So we're at a juncture right now, period, because we need to see Greg Olsen. Is he practicing tomorrow? We need to see. I want to see Gerald Everett. I want to see him practice Friday. We need to see so many things before we make any decisions. But Njoku, I like his upside. He's definitely, like I said, the most upside out of any tight end, I think. David Njoku. This could be his week. Up until last game, Adams has been super consistent. That's the only reason, but Golladay is top 5-star. Yeah, Golladay is going to get the targets. He's going to do a couple things. Bears D probably will focus on shutting down Adams. That's what they did last game. They may not, but they even triple teamed that guy last game. So you can shut down Devontae Adams if you want to. And then who else is Rodgers going to throw to? I think it's going to be the running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson asks, pick 2, Chark, Gallup, and Slayton. Now, last time I checked, Chark wasn't gonna play.
Yeah, he's not playing. So definitely go Slayton and Gallup. Easy question.
DJ. Oops.
He's not playing. DJ Chark.
Okay, well that's not a. Yeah, it's a tough call. I got Godwin as my other wide receiver. What about AJ Brown or Deebo Samuel?
I would go AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
I'm hot. I'm big on AJ Brown this week
as well. Andrew says, anybody start Jamison Crowder this week? Well, let me know, because I don't think anyone started
I benched
Jamison Crowder. Oh, he went off. He went off this game.
Of course he goes off. He always does good the week after he does bad. He's one of those guys.
So weird. He was so consistent, and then he fell off, and now he does well. It is what it is. So, guys, don't overthink things. Just start the players that's going to get you the most fantasy points, that we believe, that we project, that we predict will get you the most fantasy points. Also, people are making up scenarios in their head just to be scared. They say, like, I don't even, like, pay attention. It's like, oh, but my opponent has Breeze and this guy, and because of that, and I'm also starting Goddard in this other league. I'm like, so, like, I was like, none of that. I don't care about any of that. Just start the players you think is going to score the most fantasy points. That's it. Just like we've been doing. I played in the same way. I'm playing week 5. I'm playing week 15 the same way I play week 5. There's no difference, man. So take it easy. Listen to the last episode if you want some more advanced playoff tips. I didn't know everyone was going to be freaking out and just needed to be calmed down. I guess that was the number one tip. But me and Mike went over. I think we each had about 2 veteran tips that you got to follow. So listen to the last episode if you did not. Have some great fantasy playoff tips, some loopholes, some glitches to get you that edge and win. I wish you guys all good luck in the semifinals. I know I'm going to need it. Going up against Fantasy Football Expert in the Instagram Experts League. Hope I get the W. All right, guys, we're going to end it there. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, the whole shebang. Leave a review for you audio listeners. Reviews really help out. You can also subscribe to both YouTube channels, Fantasy Couch and Fantasy Couch Podcast. Check out Monkey Knife Fight. Use promo code COUCH. Peace out.